during the Cowboys' joint practice with the Chargers. Take a look. Trayvon Diggs going viral on social media. The Dallas corner was guarding Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen as Justin Herbert found him for the touchdown. That ball whizzing right past Diggs' head. Woo! Shannon, how much should we read into that one play?
Nothing. You can see the way he opens up. Basically, what he trying to do is trying to plaster the guy. He doesn't want to lose sight of Keenan Allen. And once Keenan Allen stops, Trayvon Diggs said, oh, well, they're not throwing him the ball. And that's what I'm thinking, Skip, because, Keenan Allen doesn't do anything. He runs and he sees that he's opened up. He's trying to take away the 7 route, which is a corner route. You see how it opens up. He said, nah, you're not getting that. And then he stops. And then Justin Herbert throws a dart. There are not very many quarterbacks in the NFL that would throw that ball. There are very few that's going to throw it with the accuracy in which Herbert did on the move. I'm not reading anything into that. There's nothing, because that's the technique that he's going to use in that situation. The one thing you don't want to do, Skip, what did they tell you? Get your eyes out of the backfield, son. Stop watching the quarterback. Guard your man. Well, he's looking at his man. His man pulls up. That's the great relationship that a quarterback wide receiver, they see it the exact same way. Hey, I'm going to pull up. I'm going to put it on his back shoulder. He'll never see it happen. They got bigger issues with Trayvon Diggs than that play, because he's a feast or famine cornerback. He's going to get he got tremendous ball skill. He was a receiver. He went to college as a receiver. So he has exceptional hands.
His brother's pretty good, too.
His brother's pretty good. But, Skip, he's going to give it up because he's going to guess. He's going to take too many risks, and that's why he gave up 1,000 yards to receivers, because he's going to take chance. That's the reason why he had, 10 or 11 interceptions, but he's going to give it to you on the back end. He's going to give it. He's going to take it away. But I'm not reading anything into that, because I don't really know what else. That's the way he played it. It looked like they were trying to run a sprint option or something. He opens up to take that away from him, and then Keenan Allen just stops, and Herbert puts it on his back shoulder. So I don't read it. I don't take anything out of that.
So Twitter is a funny beast, because this play trended all day yesterday. And it's because a lot of Cowboy fans took this as the first sign of, we're going to get torched. Our secondary is extremely torchable. And I don't think it's extremely torchable, but it is part and parcel of what can go wrong with this young man.
Yeah.
He's still a very young man. Okay, the first thing that strikes me about this play is, I don't think Trayvon Diggs is very into covering Keenan Allen, because it's half-hearted at best. What corner on what's a pretty short route face guards the route? I mean, I get don't get caught looking in the back,
right?
But you have to be in position to have some vision of where the ball's coming from.
Well, it must be, Skip. I think it's a goal line. It's almost like the catch. Where Dwight Clark, he goes and he uncovers, but the thing is that you watch Keenan Allen. He just stops. So Trayvon Diggs said, oh, he ain't about to do.
But Diggs turns his back to the cornerback, right, which I don't see very often. And by the way, speaking of the catch, it's fitting, because that was Everson Walls getting beaten as a rookie while leading the league in interceptions.
But here's the thing, Skip. Everson tried to pass it off to the safety. And the safety, and then once he realized that, the safety, and then it was too late though. But then, Skip, I don't really.
It was Mike Downs.
Yeah, Skip, I don't really know, because if he's facing the quarterback, because it's kind of hard, Skip, to face the quarterback on a goal line situation and keep your eye on the receiver, because they can do all of that stuff. I just don't really know. I thought it looked like he was plastering, and like you said, it wasn't a very aggressive plaster.
It wasn't very aggressive.
And a situation like that, he's not physical, so he doesn't like to put hands on people.
He does not.
He likes to play off and clue, guess. Route running. Okay, I'm a pattern read type of guy. Okay, I see this guy coming with the shallow. I see that guy going away. Okay, you finna run the end cut. Let me jump that.
Okay.
So he's more of that type of a guy, Skip, but I'm not reading too much.
The way I see this kid is, he can be unconventional in his approaches. He can be a little goofy, like he's on another planet half the time. But I do think he has some creative cornerback genius going on up there, where he's seeing things you're not. He's trying things he shouldn't try.
He's always trying to bait you, Skip.
Right.
He's always trying to bait you, like, He's like, they play the 2-by-1, he see the goal, he's like, let me stay right here. And then all of a sudden, you're like, I'm finna hit the seam, and say, no, you're not. I'm gonna overlap it. So that's the way he likes to play. And, he's rewarded with, 11 interceptions. I think he was first team All-Pro. But, Skip, he's gonna leave you scratching your head when you least it. Like, bruh,
He will, because he does clue, he does gamble, and he does bait. And it works. Sometimes it will boost your numbers because it puts you in more positions to intercept balls. It puts you in way more possessions to get scorched.
Yes.
And he got scorched more than any cornerback in the league last year.
You remember the New England game? He gets the pick six, and then he comes right back and gives up an 80-yard touchdown.
I know, like a ridiculous one.
You're right. You're like, bro, why?
Okay, that's why I can't love him. That's why I campaigned for my team to draft Patrick Surtain, who's now on your team. If they had, 11 from heaven would not have fallen into our laps.
Right.
But I needed a legitimate, bona fide, textbook, Pro Bowl corner opposite him, and then maybe I could kind of live better with him. Now he's my best corner, and he can also be my worst.
Well, here's the thing. If you can still generate pressure, it greatly, and he understands, Skip, and that's what corners do. They know if I can generate pressure, I can take chances because the ball is going to have to come out really quick. You're not going to have time to pat the ball. You're not going to have time to take 5 in a hitch because 5 in a hitch gets you hit in the back of the head. So he understands that if you can generate pressure, so he's going to take chances. It's like Terrell Buckley when he played with. He said, look, there are more stops and slants than there are goal routes in the playbook. So I'm going to take my chances and jump one of those, and that you don't have the double move called on me. And so I know if I got pressure, well, he had Reggie. He had a lot of these guys that can generate pressure. He knows you're not going to take 5 in a hitch. You're going to take 5 in a hitch, you're going to get you hit in the back of the head. So the ball has to come out fairly quickly. And that's what they did last year. Remember, Skip, they led the league in takeaways.
They did.
They could generate pressure. Now, if you put Anthony Barr into the starting lineup and you put Michael Parsons back in his natural position, now you might have an opportunity. He might even take more chances. He'd say, because Michael going to get home.
That is true. I agree. So the irony of this throw from Justin Herbert was, all in all, big picture, it was a very dangerous throw because you're throwing it past the ear hole of the guy who led the whole league in interceptions last year. It's like, good luck with that one. But Diggs never turned slightly to find the football.
And he knows in that situation, the cornerback's not going to turn around. He's never going to turn around.
He's gambling on that.
Because the last thing you want to do, Skip, you turn around and guess what? The receiver moves on you. And the coach goes like, son, what the hell are you doing? Why would you stop playing? So he knows that's what you try to do. The guy has his back to you. He can't see what the quarterback doing. You know what your quarterback's going to do. And Keenan Allen did a great job, Skip. He waited till the very last minute because a lot of cornerbacks play your eyes and they play your hands. They see your eyes get big. Now all of a sudden they're going to come with a swipe. Keenan Allen just like.
It looked like Keenan Allen's eyes told Trevon, I'm giving up on this play because I'm out of it.
Yes.
Like I'm out. I'm not even in his sight line.
And watch Keenan Allen.
Yep.
Second.
And just snatches it. And it had some mustard on it because that kid can
He can flat out throw the ball.
And he can throw it on the run, too. It's a bullet.
There are not very many quarterbacks in the league that will make that throw or attempt that throw and definitely not throw it with the accuracy in which he threw it with. Look at this. He on the move. He never pulls up. He never stops. And that's what they teach you on that play. You can't pull up because the backside is unblocked. So you got to keep coming or you're going to hit you in the back of your head.
I'm sorry. I don't think Trevon Diggs was all that into that play. I just don't. I think he was going through the motions.
Well.
And unfortunately, he does that on occasion. Well, I'm stuck with that because, remember, they drafted in the second round Kelvin Joseph because he's supposed to be the other starting corner.
Right.
And he's had off-the-field issues and on-the-field issues.
But he can't beat Anthony Brown out.
Can't beat him out because Anthony Brown is pretty good until you get on Thanksgiving Day against Derek Carr, and he's got 3 pass interference.
The thing is, Skip, you can't. A lot of times these guys panic. They're in perfect position, but they panic and they end up grabbing and they run into the guy, and all you got to do is just locate the ball. But in that situation right there, that's a goal line situation, Skip. You ain't locating no ball. Nope. Locate the ball is going to be in the official hand. He doing this to you.
Skip, if it's any consolation to the Cowboy fans out there, your 5th rounder, Deron Bland, has looked very promising in these joint practices. He's growing leaps and bounds every day. All right, more NFL questions ahead, everybody. Should the Browns go after Jimmy G? The answer to that coming up when we return.